Live from Asmara, this is ERi-TV English News Broadcast for 10th of March. The time is 10:30 p.m. Good evening to you, and let's begin with the top stories. Vocational training provided to youth workers in the central region. Awards presented to outstanding female students. Tehran vows to use powerful missiles and rejects Trump's talk. Putin and Trump hold phone calls, according to Kremlin aide. The National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in the Central Region, in collaboration with the Youth Workers Organization, has provided vocational training to 436 youth workers, including 78 females. The training was organized at 14 training centers in the region. The training program, which ranged from 3 to 6 months, included catering, video editing, satellite dish installation, beauty salon service, among other fields. Noting that the objective of the training was to enhance the productivity of youth workers, both in quality and quantity, Mr. Samson Kifle, head of the union branch in the region, said that the training is being provided for the 9th round. Mr. Mohammed Ahmed, chairman of the Youth Workers Organization, noting the significance of providing vocational training to youth workers in enabling them to become self-supportive, called for sustainability of the program with a view to providing the opportunity to other youth workers. Mr. Saleh Ahmeddin, chairman of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students, called on the trainees to develop their skills practically on the ground. Outstanding 25 female students that have scored high points in the 8th to 11th grade in ERi-TV zone have been provided special awards. The award was provided in connection with the International Women's Day. Mrs. Meselesh Legese, head of the National Union of Eritrean Women in ERi-TV zone, indicated that the awardees included those who scored above 90 points in the first semester of 2025-2026 academic year. Mr. Habtai Tesfazgi, administrator of the sub-zone, noting on the significance of the award in encouraging the outstanding students and motivating others, called on other public institutions to follow the novel initiative in encouraging outstanding students. As part of the effort to expand preschool facilities in Aordet sub-zone, it was reported that the growing number of children have gained access to education. Mrs. Halima Saleh, in the charge of preschool follow-up in the sub-zone, said that preschool facilities have increased from 13 to 34 and that the number of children with access to preschool education has doubled. Commending the participation and initiative of the community in effort to expand preschool facilities, Mrs. Halima called on administrators at all levels and education offices to strengthen their participation in putting in place the necessary facilities for preschools. The preschool teachers, on their part, called on the public to fully understand the significance of preschool education for the future educational care of children and urged stronger participation and contribution to the efforts being exerted to expand preschools in the sub-zone. Those were local news updates. Global affairs will follow as we come back. Stay tuned. And globally, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps rejects U.S. claims that its missile program has been destroyed and says it's deploying projectiles in greater number and with warheads weighing more than 1 ton. U.S. President Donald Trump threatens to hit Iran 20 times harder if it stops oil tankers in the Strait of Hormuz, hours after saying the war could end very soon. Russian President Vladimir Putin has held a phone conversation with his U.S. counterpart Donald Trump, according to Kremlin aide. The American president initiated the calls to discuss the latest international developments. He said The conversation focused on the Iran conflict and the trilateral talks between Moscow, Washington, and Kiev, aimed at settling the Ukraine conflict. The dialogue between the two presidents was businesslike, open, and constructive, that both leaders expressed their readiness to continue regular contacts. Putin and Trump talked for about an hour, he stated. In their discussion, the U.S. president reaffirmed Washington's interest in seeing the hostilities between Moscow and Kiev end and reaching a long-term settlement of the Ukraine conflict. And Putin thanked Trump for his administration's continued mediation efforts. Putin also shared his thoughts on the ongoing conflict in Iran and told Trump about his conversation with the leaders of the Gulf nations and Iranian president he had last week. Trump has described this conversation with Putin as a very good call, telling a press conference later on Monday that the leaders discussed both the Iran war and the war in Ukraine. We're about to end up our news broadcast, but before we sign off, here's a final glance at the top stories. Vocational training provided to youth workers in the central region. Awards presented to outstanding female students. Tehran vows to use powerful missile and rejects Trump talks. Putin and Trump hold phone calls according to Kremlin aide. That's all with the news for the session. On behalf of the entire news crew, thank you for watching. Have a great night.